Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be finishing up my series of showcase videos for my Afterlight mod by basically covering all of the biomes in the mod. And I will be including all of the cave biomes and surface biomes in the mod, so yeah, I'm not going to be leaving out absolutely anything. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first biome we're going to be looking at is the Shadow Forest biome. Now this biome consists of these shadow trees that are basically built using gloom wood, which is a special block that looks kind of like warped wood, but has a little bit different bark color. And it also has these purplish blue leaf type blocks, look very nice as a kind of way of being dark, but actually somehow blending into the sky, making it kind of an interesting shadowy biome. And by the way, this is a very dark biome, so mobs will spawn very commonly. Next up, we're going to be looking at the Shadow Mire biome, which is actually technically a sub-biome of the Shadow Forest biome. So it basically has, instead of those forest-type biome trees, instead it has these swamp trees. Also, it has these very large pools of water, making it a little bit more swampy as well. Alright, so next up we're going to be looking at the Moonlight Highlands biome. Now this Moonlight Highlands biome, by the way, is very dark. And I will just want to clarify something. I actually basically disabled all of the mob spawns for this video, just because we're not looking at the mobs, we're looking at the biomes in this video. So I decided to turn it off, and I will want to note that this biome has a lot of mobs, so it won't generally look like this, but I just want to clarify that a lot of mobs spawn here, and that's basically what is special about this biome. Otherwise, it's just a really high mountainy kind of biome that is extremely dark, and actually has these void rock spires that jut out of the ground as well, making it a little bit special. Alright, so next up we're going to be looking at the Moonlight Forest biome, and this Moonlight Forest biome is actually one of the most dense biomes in the mod. It has these moonlight trees, which are dark, kind of grayish bark trees with light bluish leaves and hanging vines with moonberries. And it has a lot of bramble ferns, fog mallows, lightberry bushes, and tons of other things that I really cannot put in this details into this video for. Next up, we're going to be looking at the Moonlight Lowlands, or as I like to call it, the Glowing Fields biome. And this biome effectively consists of these glowing crystal spires and flowering little plants that jut out of the ground, which are quite, well, nice to look at, I guess. And also kind of is well, it's kind of in between the Moonlight Highlands biome and all of the other biomes in terms of height. In other words, it's kind of like a plateau type of biome. Next up, we're going to be looking at the Moonlight Swamp, and this is technically kind of a sub-biome-ish of the Moonlight Forest, just because it spawns next to it, and always spawns next to it, and it has these ginormous rock spires that jut out of the ground, and a lot of underwater content, such as once again, the flowering buds that spawn out of the ground, and also soul prism ore, and a few other objects that are revealed by the ocean surface. Alright, so I've basically looked over all of the surface biomes in the Afterlight, and I know that doesn't seem like a whole lot, but now I'm going to be looking at all the cave biomes. So yeah, let's get right into the caves. Alright, so these are the typical caves that you're going to encounter when you're in the Afterlight. Now, the reason I say that these are the typical caves is because this is the type of caves that spawn most of the time. If you go deeper, then you will find new cave biomes and a new layer of stone blocks. So there's quite a few biomes that spawn down here, and they all spawn at this level. So this is the Glowing Caves biome, which is the most similar to the surface biomes in the mod. In other words, it has the same kind of grassy texture and color, but otherwise just has more cavey type plants and nothing really else that's special. Next up, we're going to be looking at the Bloodweed Caves, which are a blood red biome consisting of little mushrooms and these bloodweeds, which are special plants that grow blood berries, which are edible food items that can be consumed for a pretty fair amount of hunger. Next up, we're going to be looking at a biome called the Aqua Caves, and this biome effectively has a lot of plants, including even plants that give weakness. Next up, we're going to be looking at by far the densest biome in the Afterlife so far, and this is the Verdant Caves biome. biome. The Verdant Caves consists of these leaves, glowing yellow little vines, and venomous mushrooms and short grass, and is just so lush and filled with tons of plants. It's just unbelievable. Next up, we're going to be looking at the Shadow Caves biome. And the Shadow Caves is actually a special one because it can actually infest other biomes. So for example, it has infested a Verdant Caves biome in this current example. So effectively, it will spread across the world, but it won't do it very fast. So I think I've basically gone over all of the cave biomes and surface biomes in the Afterlight dimension. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my series of basically showcase videos where I basically showcase practically everything and most important about the Afterlight mod. If you want to download and play the mod, then you are free to. I will give you a link down in the description to the Afterlight page on CurseForge. So yeah, see you next time.